This is the largest Clone Wars death tunnel we've ever seen on the channel, and today the 65th Coruscant Guard, under the command of multiple named clone troopers from Fire, Thorn, Fox, and Hound, are going to be defending this and their barracks at the very back of the death tunnel. And a literal mess of droids is going to be launching the assault against said death tunnel. Hundreds and hundreds of droids and commando droids are going to be penetrating the halls of the death tunnel and attempting to eliminate the 65th Coruscant Guard. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below other battle ideas you guys want me to do. Either way, let's get into this thing. Alright boys, pressing start in slow-mo right here, just for the very beginning, and the droids begin their march on forward. Now, the clones immediately duck down after seeing the sheer number of droids. That's not a good sign. These guys are basically going to be clapped immediately due to that folly. However, a couple shots do manage to get out. They do kill at least one droid, and the clone troopers over this way are managing to get some crossfire in, protecting these troops over here. However, a big boy grenade gets thrown. They die when they try and get up, and the grenade actually might concuss a few of these droids. It is friendly fire damage, so it won't kill them, but yeah, it can concuss them and do a tiny bit of damage to them as well. More clone troopers down the hallway here are getting suppressed, which is not great. What we really need is a torrent of fire going on here, but they're just not managing to achieve that. More grenades going out as more clone troopers fall from laser fire back this way. DC-19 trooper popping on up, rattling off a few shots. Let's see if he can do something. No, he ends up ducking down as well. Not very helpful, and the droids have taken very minimal losses right off the rip. However, this is the starting point of the death tunnel, and from here we will just have choke point after choke point after choke point of clone troopers until the barracks in the very back. So hoping that the clone troopers can slowly whittle them down in the coming moments here. Another grenade going out, and this is very slow moving right now, so let's go ahead and bump it up a speed. It is a little bit laggy, that's why we are in semi-slow motion currently. I'm hoping this corner here does result in some serious droid deaths. A few droids just marching on in and dying, but others are now starting to assault. One clone trooper around the corner right there getting clapped. You can see the E-Web turret in the back there. I think it is firing a little bit. Yes, it is. Also, clones finally throwing some droid poppers. They've just been getting grenaded themselves, but that clone trooper reacts to his friendly droid popper right there, dislodges him from his defensive position, and results in his own death. That's not fantastic, I will say. Now commandos and B1s combined, pushing through into this major hallway area over here, and the start of the death tunnel. They are taking massive losses in doing so, but I think once they clear out these clones here, they'll be a little bit better off for at least the time being, because there's not too many clones back this way. Once they sort of get to these back points over here, we have a lot more clone troopers and E-Webs, but it starts out fairly spaced. So they're not going to have too much trouble once they eliminate these clone troopers here. It's just rounding the corner here that's a problem. Droids really utilizing grenades like crazy. We love to see that. The droids definitely doing very good strategies to eliminate choke points and death tunnels here. You just kind of gotta flood on in and use as many grenades as possible. That's the best way to tackle these types of situations, and they're doing just that. Further back here, these clone troopers popping some fire and then dropping down. If it was me in charge here, I would be trying to get them to just spam as much fire as possible, keep the droids suppressed, and eliminate as many as possible, because these guys are not going to be living for very long. They might as well try and get some kills, but you know what? They're clones, they're not droids. They are interested in a little bit of self-preservation. A grenade goes out there, takes out two of those clone troopers. The third gets dislodged. He might get gunned down here as he tries to return, and yes, he does. A quick shot to the neck, and my man drops. Another headshot right there on that clone trooper. E-Web turret back this way is still spamming out some fire. Let's see how many kills it's got. It does have 5 kills currently, which is none too shabby. in the slightest. That is pretty good. And if it can continue to spam fire out there, it might get into the double digits. Back here, of course, is peaceful. It's a death tunnel. But the clone commanders are chilling and vibing. And actually, that E-Web turret does end up dying right here. It's the opposite of the daily curse. I look away and it dies. My goodness! But that's okay, because there's another E-Web turret right back this way to replace that one up front there. It is getting a touch more laggy as more droids begin to sort of enter into this area here. There's still so many back here. They're kind of trickling in right now, but they can kind of start to cover hop forward through the death tunnel. Again, it's probably not until like back here where we'll start to see more droid casualties going on, because right now, yeah, they just kind of have to come forward and eliminate just a few clones. It's not too big of a deal over this way. Let's see what 3 speed looks like. Whoopsie. See if they, no, it's super laggy. It's like 8 FPS. Alright, let's do a quick time-lapse of the E-Web turret back here, and hopefully more droids will die, resulting in less lag so we can go into 3 speed. It's been a little bit of time here, and actually the clones are doing pretty well holding. Oh, droids are in the walls. I will open up a space here so they can escape the walls. That's a common glitch that happens on this map, but it can't really be helped. It's just part of the game design. It's not part of the map design. Yeah, Rollum did an amazing job with this map, per usual, and I made slight adjustments to make a massive death tunnel out of it. Either way, E-Web turret here, still alive, which is fantastic. We're seeing a lot of dead droids up forward. This thing's got 8 kills. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got 6. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. And that trooper just died. So he is gonzo. With the additional droid losses, I think we can bump it up into 2 speed here. E-Web turret does end up dying right there. But we're going to be going into a big blockade of clones back this way. We also have a minigun, a shoulder-mounted minigun clone, which I have high hopes for. I'm hoping he can tear it up as these droids continue coming forward. Let's go ahead and see the losses currently. So yellow are dead clone troopers, red are dead battle droids. Droids did take some serious losses around here, but then they're kind of skipping up to this position here with minimal losses. They obviously lost a ton back here and some over here, and now they're death charging on forward this way, and there's still some in the wall, but eventually they'll exit the wall, I think. Hopefully, we'll see. Yes, minigun, start tearing it up. He died. Daily curse is yet again real. The daily curse becomes realized every 5 moons. Oh, but we do have another minigun soldier back this way. Is he firing? Yeah! Get your fire out there! Just spam! Just spam, my guy. None of these troops really have any kills. We got grenades going out. This is a dark time for the death tunnel. Right now, the droids are kind of steamrolling a little bit here. I'm hoping this larger block of clones, like right around here, might be able to do a little something and knock down some of the droid fighters. But at the moment, not sure that's going to be happening. That minigun, man, it's got so much potential, but this guy's just doing chiclet shots forward. It's stupid. Just spam. Just pull that trigger and keep pulling it, baby. That's all you gotta do, but he just won't do that, it seems. Look, burst fire, okay, that was not bad, not bad. A little bit more of that. A little bit more of that would be great. That'd be fantastic. All right, let's do another time lapse here. All right, clones get clapped very quickly. Droids lose 1 trooper in that assault. This is not good. It does narrow back here as we get into the barracks area, and I think back this way we will start to see some better kills, but right now the droids are kind of destroying this death tunnel with ease. This is not a problem for them. More of them are going into the walls, which is just goofy. We'll go ahead and open up another wall here so they can escape this way, but they're just being dumb. They're being big dumb. At the very least, the back barracks should be an amazing choke point at the end of the death tunnel. But for the clone troopers right now, they're just not really managing much. Droids are managing to pile drive on through with ease. There we go. There's another kill. Yay, 1 more. Haha. All right, let's go into normal speed here. Yeah, it's not too laggy now that mainly clones have died. We got another minigun trooper here next to the E-Web turret, which, again, so disappointed in my minigun lads. I wish there was just a way to turn off suppression in Men of War Assault Squad 2 and just have troopers spam fire out. Like, that would be ideal, honestly. It'd be really nice to see. I see a grenade, yep. Oh, my poor lad. Honestly, the droids have been coming in clutch with the grenade warfare. I'm complaining about the clones playing poorly, but simultaneously, the droids have kind of been on point. They're rarely on point. They rarely have amazing games like this, but they're doing it right now. We do have a few more dead droids on the battlefield over here, so that's very good to see. I think the E-Web turret is helping with that regard quite nicely. We do also have a number of soldiers back this way, but I think really just rounding this corner is going to be an onslaught of fire from the clone troopers, including the clone commanders back this way, who can do a lot. They've got added health because they do have hero health in the game, so they'll be able to do much more. E-Web turret goes down. It ended up only getting 1 kill. That's crazy. Minigun trooper dead as well. This medic right here is probably going to be dropping very soon. I don't think we're in a good position for these clones to survive. I'll be completely honest here. They're goners, basically. Droids are still pretty far away, though, so at least there is that. Let's check out their deaths right now. Okay, so at the very least, that back line did end up getting 6 or 7 more kills. I mean, there's still hundreds of droids on the battlefield, but every single kill counts when, you know, we're about to go into a last stand situation. This is definitely not the way I was imagining this battle going. I really thought the droids would be losing troopers every 5 seconds. I thought the clones would do a lot more grenading too, to be honest. That would be so helpful for them, but they just really did not. Some of these troopers in the barracks are starting to fire out a little bit at the droid, so that's good to see. They can cover fire for the medic over this way. Come on, buddy. I want the medic to live. I'm gonna put him down. No, not like that, but like, no, he died! I was gonna lay him down so he could do that, but he decided to do that instead. Grenade does go off for the clones. That's nice to see. Rip the medic. What should we name our boy? His soul is gone, but he's still in our hearts. Alright, and the rest of these guys in the very, very back here, firing away some more. Another dead droid here. We do have a dead commando right there. The commandos might also be making this extra difficult for the clone troopers, but I believe in them. I believe in Thorn. I believe in freaking Hound. Fox. Yeah. Thyre, man. I believe in Thyre, too. Alright, but right now, it's sort of these guys just on the edge of the barracks, firing out. The droids are able to shoot them, and these guys probably aren't going to do super well. They might as well just be an extension of the death tunnel. But then these guys to the right might be able to defend the exit of the death tunnel and create a really nice choke point defense right there. That's what we're hoping for. The droids are still, though, pile driving on forward. This is getting messy. Alright, couple more droids downing. That's good. We need more kills for the clones, boys. Blood for the blood god. Well, actually, this is oil for the oil god, maybe? Do battle droids have oils? Oil in them? Maybe? Do they have to change their oil? I don't know. Rust for the rust god? Metal for the metal god sounds lame. It sounds like someone's trying too hard to be cool, you know? I think oil for the oil god or rust for the rust god. Rust for the rust god sounds sick, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright, the clones are finally stalling the droids. For once. For once, they're actually kind of clapping some droid cheeks here. I see a lot of dead commandos on the battlefield here. And more droids trying to inch their way forward and getting killed. Another dead commando right there. Beautiful. Alright. Finally, we might have a bit of a defense here for the clone troopers. This needs to be a lockdown, though. They need to hold out absolutely. They cannot give ground here or they're cooked. That's a big grenade. Oh, that is a yikes. Okay, nice. Counter grenade. It was horribly thrown, and it doesn't do anything. Wow, okay, I was excited for about 1 millisecond before disappointment strikes again. Another good clone grenade and an even better droid grenade driving these guys out. Droids do try and launch an assault onto the interior here. Clones in the back lines are helping out considerably. I kind of forgot that Thorn is unable to fire this gun when he's behind cover like that. It's really stupid. So we're gonna go ahead and lay him down out in the open there so he can actually fire. It's way better than him not doing that. Another massive grenade for the droids. And it takes out a DC-15X soldier, which is devastating. These droids and their grenades have been so well placed. Absolutely unbelievable. Clones, though, spamming a ton of fire. The droids are just coming in, though. They are not about to lose this momentum they've got. They have decided to go full force forward. Airsoft Fatty would be so proud. And it is resulting in clone death after clone death. The clone trooper defense is just weakening bit by bit here. At least these guys on the far right side are still managing to get some very, very good kills. Everyone else, though, it is not going too swimmingly, I will say. Hound, Fox, and Thyre all have their pistols out, because that's a stupid glitch that never got patched in the Galaxy of War mod. I really wish they'd patch that on the commanders. We'll go ahead and I dropped their main guns instead of their pistols. I'm an idiot! Alright, well, I guess that's that. That man just did a backflip into the wall and disintegrated. Incredible. Okay. At the very least, clone troopers are still holding. This has been very trying for them, and there's still a lot of droids, but yellow are dead clone troopers, red are dead battle droids. Thorn has 4 kills. This trooper has 7. This trooper's got 5. This trooper here has none. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got 3. This trooper's got 5. This trooper's got 1. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got 2. This trooper's got 1. This trooper's got 4. This trooper's got 4. This trooper's got 3. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. Hound has 2. Fox has 1. And Thyre has none. Honestly, it's actually pretty impressive because this is a pretty major joint effort from the clone troopers. Everyone has a few kills, which is really great to see. So many of them right now are suppressed, though. Please stop being suppressed, guys. That is the worst possible thing to be right now. We need full force firing. Full force firing. There we go. Unsuppressify each other. Yeah, there we go, boys. And watch out for those grenades because the droids have been absolutely clapping cheeks with those grenades. It has been disgusting to watch those grenades come into play and just dominate the clone troopers. Droids actually getting some decent fire out over this way. We don't like to see that. It means more suppression is going to go down for the clone troopers and more problems overall. I see a couple clones taking out grenades, but then they put them away. At least there's the thought there. At least they're not just like doing nothing again, because that's what they typically like to do, is nothing. They are not the most helpful people. Sorry, boys, had to pause for a second. I was getting a call. It was a scam caller. Fun. All right. Looks like things, I was going to say are settling down, but no, sir, they are not. These clone troopers kind of diagonally are dead, and that does make sense considering that's the area where that's going to be a major problem. That's actually huge for the clones. That grenade, I know they didn't mean to do this, but that was peak battlefield intelligence because that is going to unblock a lot of this cover the droids are using and allow the clones to get more shots into the upper bodies of those droids. That's pretty big right there. That was not a bad thing at all. Love to see that. Finally, the clones doing something. More and more droids keep dying here. Red are dead droids. Yellow are dead clones. The guy that got thrown in here. That's kind of funny. Another really big grenade from the clones. There we go. Finally, they're doing something. Oh, Thorn died. Rip, my friend. I know he did get some serious kills, though, with that Z6 rotary cannon before he died. So at the very least, there is that. All right. This is turning into a bit of a longer battle now. I was worried because we were just blitzing through it. I thought, wow, this is going to be a short video. But no, we're finally getting the clone holdout we need at the end of the death tunnel. That's a good grenade. Beautiful. Well done. That guy must be out of droid poppers because he's throwing his thermals now. They always prioritize droid poppers. Okay, let's go and do a little time lapse here. This is not good. A massive droid grenade just went off, killing like 6 different clone troopers right there. Oh, that is so bad. Whatever droid got that off is like the hero of the CIS for the day. I don't know how they managed that, but that was crazy. The clones, I mean, also did their part in not managing to shoot that. That's tragic. Holy cow. Wow, that depleted the clone trooper defenses by a significant amount. They're throwing their own grenades, which is good. I mean, that'll help clear the path a little bit, but that's devastating. Those guys accounted for a lot of kills, so the rest of these troops are going to have to pick up the slack in return to try and get this thing going again. Hound here has 3 kills, Fox has 3, Fire has none. Let's go ahead and pick up the rifle here, get back down. Okay, we're gonna swap out the pistols now, because that's what I meant to do, but was unable to originally. Get back up there. Okay, and I can't. Hound's gun blew away, probably from a grenade or something, so I can't get him a gun. Sad. All right, Hound's gonna be pistoling it, which it is what it is. All right, let's time lapse a little bit longer here, but that was rough. Why don't we watch from the droid perspective this time? See if they get any more cheeky grenades off. That was rough. Look at them going in. God dang. Oh no. Run. Oh, guys, guys. Oh my god, you can throw those back. The droids and their grenades, that has been the #1 menace of this battle. That has been the #1 problem. Like, my goodness, big push from the droids there. Didn't amount to anything, thankfully. That clone does have a grenade out. Throw it, buddy. Throw it. No, he put it away. Sad. Don't let these droids grenade again, boys. Don't let these droids grenade again. Okay, let's time lapse. Alright, boys, the clones held it down. There's still a lot of droids inside these tunnels and stuff, so let's open another hole closer to where they're at so they can actually get out of these tunnels and attack, and then we'll just leave them like that so they can attack if they want to. I think some phase through the wall here or something. Oh no, they're just chilling on that side of the wall, and they're about to run through here, so the clones better get ready, actually, because they're about to... Yep, here we go. Hey, guys, turn around. Turn around and help, guys. Oh my god, if this results in the clone downfall, I will be so mad. Stop looking at the wall! Look, there's a horde! What are you doing? Thank goodness these clones over here are coming in clutch. Guys, guys! This is bogus. Guys, look, you're getting shot! You're active... This is so annoying. Oh my god. That is baloney. Bro. Are you freaking kidding me? That's actually bogus. This guy's still facing the wall. Oh my god. We have 4 clones left because of that. I'm helping them. Shoot that guy. 3 clones left. Guys, that is bull. What the heck? They keep looking at... I'm deleting these droids. This is... Nah. 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 Clones... Clones got screwed over by the AI being so dumb. That's baloney. I'm saying it's a clone W. This has me royally pissed off. That is so frustrating. That's so stupid. Clones win. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.